Well, could you imagine if he looked at us right now? The stuff he fought for?
He'd be ashamed. What up? What up? What up, man?
Your computer having issues?
No, it's not issues. We are live. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I don't know
Yeah, you're
why. For some reason, I never left. It reverts back to a mic that doesn't exist. So again, for those that didn't hear me, shout out. Happy Martin Luther King birthday. Happy birthday to him. His birthday is actually on the 15th. So, but it's Martin Luther King Day today. And Ty, as you were saying, how would he feel if he was alive today? I think he'd be ashamed. I think he'd be ashamed because of, some of the stuff that we do as a people is just stupid. Some of the things that might have made Martin sad, East Coast, West Coast beef, this Drake and who is this dude? Kendrick Lamar, this garbage that's going on here. Just the way that we treat each other. I think that he'd be ashamed or be hurt that, all he did, all the fighting and standing there, his brother was walking from Alabama to Georgia. And I think, have we progressed as black people? Absolutely, we have. Hell, we've gotten to the White House. And I'm not talking about, serving dishes at the White House. We're in the White House. But man, oh man, oh man, we just need to do a heck of a lot better as black people to guess. I think what it is, and again, don't worry, we're going to get to our regularly scheduled program, but it is Martin Luther King Day, and we want to talk about the things that Martin Luther King would be satisfied with or dissatisfied with. I think he'd be dissatisfied how Jesse Jackson was saying stuff about we can't say, how they ban you when you say certain things. But I think he'd be ashamed the way that, he had a hot mic and he said something about cutting his nuts off. And, just little stuff like that. Like we still, as black people, we just can't stand sometimes for one of us to be successful. Somebody's got to throw dirt on a person. Do anything to bring a brother down. Shout out to Swordfish, who's here. And he let me know that my audio was trash. Shout out to King Reaper, who was here first. Shout out to Briarios, who was there as well. You guys were here at 6 something. Yeah, these shows will be at 9 until probably next week. We'll go back to 6:30. We'll go back to 6:30 on the Watchtower. But yeah, guys, as being a black man, I would say that we've had progress. But there are things we can do a little bit better. Just like, bro, I would say we can do better by, even if we don't love each other, just if you're gonna hate on another black man and you're a black man, try not to do it in public. Try not to do it on social media. You know, you
Ricky,
do that
Ricky,
behind closed doors.
you said that right on the nose. Because I'm just about to embarrass you, so I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm glad you said it. I'm not going to embarrass. Go ahead, brother. I'm not. I
Yeah.
am not. Because when you started, I said, no, this mother effer didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's
not.
Martin
You're
Luther
right.
King
I'm
Day,
not.
brother. It's Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
If you ain't got something good to say about your brothers, just don't say nothing. You ain't gotta
You're right.
say, you know what I'm saying? Just
You're
don't
right.
say nothing. Like that time we had a certain brother who covers gaming out here. Shout out to him. He's a brother. You know him very well.
Mm-hmm.
And certain people in here of that are black wanted to kill the dude out on social media and make fun of him. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is what they want to see us do is turn on each other, talk about each other like that. And the one thing that y'all never ever heard me say, you can go get the audio tape. I ain't never call another brother stupid on this show. Live on here. We don't do that. We don't call people stupid. No. Live on here. We don't do that. And that's when they was trying to say that King Thrash was stupid or this. That. I said, what are y'all doing? Don't do that.
What about dumb? Have you ever called somebody dumb?
Not live, but in the Discord I have. Absolutely.
What about misinformed?
I don't use that word.
Misinformed is better.
Well,
Misinformed is better.
Well, hell, I wouldn't even say that. I'd just say bad take
That's
or
better
something
than
like
dumb
that.
and stupid.
It is. It is. I mean, if you're talking about, preserving someone's feelings, I agree. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mac City Entertainment is here, and we all know Mac. Mac! What's good, brother? Yes. And Mac said, hey, wish we could do better. Facts. Yeah.
Hey, Mac, that's why, like, I don't know if you was here on the last show, but that's why I make sure I always ask how people doing.
Yep, he does.
I ask how their family doing. All that. I wish we all would do better like that. But see, like nowadays, black men, especially young black men, that's considered as being weak. I know people like me and Rick from our age, we don't look at it like that.
No, absolutely not.
But a lot of black men look at that like weak. Like I just came from Z, what's the name? I told everybody there, Mac, I have literally, now I've seen Rick on his face on the thing. I've never seen Z, none of these people in person. But I just got through telling them dudes, hey man, I love y'all, and I mean it.
Yeah,
I mean it, because it's one thing you can say it and then to mean it. I mean it. I try my best to tell everybody that I love them, and I hope your family do good and this and that. You know what I mean? Because I just think that's what we miss. And this game shit and this TV with this show we're doing now, this should come second. We should ask how we doing, ask how our family's doing, and then move on. That other shit comes second.
100%. And I also think that one of the things that we're having problems in our communities is we're not raising our children like our grandparents used to raise us. And that's one of the problems we're having. If everybody, listen, I'm not telling you my grandmother was perfect, but god damn it, she was the closest thing there ever was to a perfect person. Nana ain't never throw shade at nobody. She always found the good in people rather than to bring them down. And I think if we raised our kids to be like that, the world would be a better place. We're doing a bad job, and I say we because I'm a parent too. We are doing a bad job as parents if we are letting that kind of stuff go on. If I don't even let my kids, hear my kids talking down to each other, bro, turn them TVs off, sit over there, read a book, shake hands, tell y'all love each other, give yourselves a hug or something like that. Well, I don't let that happen. I'm like, what y'all tearing each other down for? What the hell's wrong with you? They was laughing at Pudge because he was boxing. They was like, what are you going to go to boxing for? And this and that or whatever. No, we're not doing that. Don't be bringing them down. We didn't make fun of y'all when y'all wanted to join the basketball team. You only made a JV team. We didn't make fun of you. So, that's just how it is. But, hey, man, look. Shout out to Martin Luther King. I just hope that we do get better as a people. We gonna need it, especially the next 4 years. We're gonna need y'all to you know what I'm saying? To knuckle up and support each other. You gotta support each other. Like shout out to guys like Big Melly, Big Money, Mellow, guys that always like you know what I'm saying? They support the brothers. Like, you know, that's what we need. We need more of that. You know, more people support Mac City. Mike P support boom, he's in everybody's, you know, podcast, you know, supporting them, this and that, whatever. We need a little bit more of that. You know what I'm saying? Before you guys go and tell me what Jez Gordon did or something like that, check out your boys before y'all go and do that. But anyway, we got a show for you today. And we're going to talk about some stuff. I had the brothers watch Den of Thieves because I never saw it. Now, Big Money said it was a good movie. And Big Money, you are right. Den of Thieves was a great movie. We'll get to that later. But first, we always start off at the weekend box office. And Dre dropped a nugget and the general that I want to go over too. So without further ado, we are going to go into the weekend box office here. And look who's number one. Bro.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hey, bro, can you do me a favor? Can you read that, what Mac City just put up? Hey, thanks for sharing that with us, Mac.
And Mac says, he said, I suffered a lot of losses the past 5 years, and life is short. January 1st, 2025, nephew killed my sister, his mother. I've been dealing with that. Oh, man, Mac. Whew, sorry to hear that, brother. Damn, we gonna pray for you. Damn. He said it made me cherish life more. Facts. Big facts.
Exactly, bro.
Big facts, exactly. Mac. Oh, man. Now, look who decided to come through here today. The CEO, he's late, for one, and he's a Saints fan. So, we can't do nothing but pray for him. But, ladies and gentlemen, coming here by way of the New Orleans Saints, Thriller Ali is here, ladies and gentlemen. He is here. Thriller Ali! Hey, you know what? I didn't know. Now listen. I knew Michael Jackson's Thriller sold a lot of albums, right? I did. Because, hell, I think I had the album. My mother had that. I think our household had like 5 Thriller albums. Can you guys take a guess on how many albums Michael Jackson's Thriller sold?
About 3 billion.
All right, big money. Without being outrageous, let's just say that you're a little high. I'll say that.
I'm thinking it could be that. By this time,
Merkenstein is here.
What, it's been like 30 years since Thriller?
I think 50 Cent caught up to him in sales, but I think he's still above 50 Cent.
Who? So Michael Jackson?
His Get Rich or Die Trying is like the highest rap album ever. And they said he was catching up to Michael Jackson Thriller. So I think it got to be over 50. It got to be over at least 50.
No, I'm talking the album. Well, yeah, Thriller Ali's right. It's over 70. Michael Jackson's Thriller has sold over 122 million records. That is crazy. 100.
Yeah, I was really off.
It was the number one selling album ever
of all time.
Do you know who the second album is?
No, I don't know that.
Well, they got a football team named after him.
A football team named.
Yep, they got a football team named after him. It's a bird.
The Falcons? Wait a minute.
The Eagles. Yep. Thriller Ali got it.
The Eagles.
The Eagles, yes. The Eagles. Now,
you Googled that shit. You know you at home and you Google.
Now, the most selling albums by a group are the Beatles. They sold they sold over 400 million something records. John Lennon himself sold over 70 million records. But if you and again, I'm not cheating, but if you add Michael Jackson's sales along with his Jackson 5 work, he's probably the number one guy of all time. Now remember, there is no Jackson 5 without Michael Jackson. So
okay, well, let me ask you this: do you know how much money Mike made off of each album?
I do
7
not.
cents.
I do
7
not.
cents.
25 cents.
25 cents
Power
off each
play.
album.
25 cents off of the three. Maybe not in the last years of his life. I don't know how much. They probably changed it a little bit. But the initial deal off of Thriller, he was making 25 cents each album. Ain't that something?
That is because Run DMC had a better deal than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Run DMC was making $1 for every album they sold. Wow. Damn. Now I got a nugget. Did you know that Michael Jackson didn't write Thriller? That song. The song. Yeah, the song. Yeah, the song.
Yeah. I think who wrote that? I forgot who wrote that.
Here's a hint.
Wasn't it a white man? Wasn't it a white man?
Same guy that wrote "Rock with You" and "Off the Wall" wrote Thriller. Same guy. Wrote all three of them.
R. Kelly?
No, he's R. Kelly.
Man. Well, R. Kelly is
R.
off
Kelly
the wall.
wrote some songs for him though.
Only you are not alone.
I don't know. It was a white man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot his name. It was a white man.
Yeah, now listen, this guy, look, his name was Rod Temperton. Now, Rod Temperton, he's English, but he's English, by the way. He wrote a couple of songs. Let's see. He wrote what is another famous song he wrote? I want Rock With You, for sure. Michael Jackson song.
I don't know, Thrill Ali. I don't know, bro, if I believe that. Cause you right by a computer, I bet. I don't know, Thriller. I don't know, fam.
Yeah, Clapton sold a lot of records too. But before we get off into a tangent, I'm gonna use this as towards the end of the show. We'll get back to this. But I want to get back to the weekend box office. As you look to my right, your left, Mufasa, the Lion King. Remember I told y'all Sonic started out strong. Sonic was kicking him in his little lion freaking fur and shit, beating him up. But then all of a sudden, Mufasa was gaining traction during Christmas time. He goes back to number 1. Den of Thieves held it for a hot minute. They held last weekend. But I'm more impressed with the movie called One of Them Days. It's a black comedy, right? And I remember Dre posting this inside of the Discord, where One of Them Days, starring Keke Palmer and SZA, opens $11.6 million domestically on a $14 million budget. So the sisters are doing very well, and it's 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I didn't notice until Dre dropped this nugget. I would like all the brothers and sisters, this is Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King week. Could y'all go check these sisters out and let them make their budget on this movie here? So I was very I was shocked, Big Money, that this movie, One of Them Days,
ain't what she's starting to get fine as hell, bro.
Who SZA?
No, not SZA. The other girl, what's her name?
Oh, Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer.
Yeah, Keke Palmer. She's starting to get fine.
Starting.
Well, you know what I mean. She was I'm talking about when she became of age,
So now again, this is a black comedy. Not everybody gets black comedy, unless you're Dave Chappelle. That's who people kind of always fall back to: Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. So this movie hasn't been released internationally yet. Now, when I say internationally, it's been released in Canada, who tolerates black people, as well as America. But I don't think this movie would do well overseas. So it doesn't matter. So it hit the 14 million mark. So they made their money. They made their budget. They made it back. And you can't tell me the marketing was big, because it wasn't. I hardly seen any marketing on this movie. I think
you're right.
I saw like a Cat Williams was in there saying, if you don't have the money today, you're not going to have it tomorrow, or something like that. Yeah, that's all I saw on that. So, shout out to them.
Do you think this can become like Friday, can this be the second uninitial Friday?
Could be.
Because remember how Friday was. I don't think Friday was distributed worldwide when it first came out.
No. Now, it could either go a couple ways. It could go either the Friday way or, now these are good ways, Friday or Scary Movie. Remember, first 2 Scary Movies, good, but then they try to freaking tame the Wayans, and then the Wayans like, we're out of here. But the Wayans have since made amends with Miramax, and now they're going to make another Scary Movie from the Wayans' perspective now. So, that's cool as hell, because I always wanted to see another Scary Movie with the Wayans. Bro, I used to watch those Scary movies every night before I went to bed. I used to keep it in my damn DVD player. So, all right, so Thriller Ali said Michael Jackson earned $2 per album in royalties after signing a deal with Sony in 91. All right, I was about to say, because, hell, Run DMC got $1 for every album. I was like, they had a better deal than Mike? Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Remember, y'all got to remember when Thriller came out. They changed the deal up because it was doing so well.
So that was in 91. So that means
91.
So 91. So that means
Thriller came out like 83, 84.
83. Off the Wall was 79, I believe. So Mike didn't start getting paid good royalties till the Dangerous album, because Bad was in 87, 88. So damn. So Mike.
Yeah, he's making 25 cents, bro, off of Thriller. 25 cents.
But hey, listen. 25 cents times 50 something million, that's
some money.
Hell yeah.
But still, if you look at that time, what were records selling for? Like $12 back then?
About 10. But the tape was like 8 to 10. The CD was like 20. So I'm pretty sure like your CD, like all right. So let's say if he got a quarter for every album that they sold. I'm pretty sure he got paid more, maybe 35 cents if it was a DVD. I mean, a CD, because they cost more. I mean, you can't say, hey, you're going to make 25 cents whether we sell an $8 tape or an $18 CD. I think the scales will be a little different. I mean, it has to be, just because it's different money.
But you remember that back then it was just tapes and albums, because we didn't come with CDs until like in the 90s.
No. CDs. My parents had a CD player, Janet Jackson Control. That was in 86. They had that. Now, you are right about one thing. I don't think Thriller released on a freaking compact disc for a long time. I think it was a while before Thriller released on it. He said Michael bought the Beatles catalog and damn near half of Sony's catalog before that big money. Yeah, he got a little greedy, but Mike was missing payments on that stuff. And that's why they was trying to take it from him. They said that he's missing payments. But again, back to the box office here. Mufasa won one of them days. Shout out to them. They get a horn, because that's hard to do, man. That's really tough to do. Not a whole lot of marketing. And then here's the disappointment. The Wolfman. Remember the Wolfman. The Wolfman. Look at this. Look at this. I want you guys to look at this. One of them days, it's only in 2,675 theaters. Look at the Wolfman. The Wolfman is in 3,354 theaters. And he only did 12 million. Wow. What happened to... Let's see what happened to this Wolfman here. So the Wolfman... Now, Vaughn was capping for this. This is one of those things that Vaughn was talking about. Here, look at this. Bro, it only did 4 million internationally, 12 million domestically. So this is what it sort of sits at now. And remember, these are counting in for Martin Luther King Day too, by the way. So these are counting in for today, because today was like a day off. Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that that one movie is going to be. We might have another Fridays on our hands. I think we might have another Friday on our hands.
I hope so. Now this
definitely, but people in America, black people came out and
supported him. Film. Yeah, bro, I cannot believe this Wolfman. Look at this flop. Oh my God! Wow.
And the crazy thing about this Wolfman, I don't think they went the traditional, because I think this is like the third or fourth time they did Wolfman. Because remember, Wolfman in the 30s and 40s, I remember that. Then they did a remake of Wolfman Cause what was that one dude name?
You think you're thinking from the one back in 2010 with Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, with Anthony Hopkins. Yep. See, that's what I'm saying. This one is not the traditional Wolfman.
Now that one was a flop. The Anthony Hopkins one, that Wolfman, that was a flop because that cost $150 million to make. What do you think it made in the theater?
This one right here?
No, not this one. The Anthony Hopkins one.
In the theater?
Mm-hmm. Remember, it cost $150 to make.
Yeah, how much did it make all together?
Yeah, how much?
$78 million.
140.
78.
142. Yeah, that was a flop. I don't know how, bro. People don't like fucking werewolves anymore. What the fuck's going on here? So when they
did you see the trailer for that movie?
No, I didn't. So reception.
Why you saying that?
It said the film grossed $9.9 million on its first day and $31.5 million opened its weekend, coming in second at box office at the film Valentine's Day. The Wolfman grossed $62 million domestically and $80 million internationally, grossing $142.6 million worldwide. In 2014, the Los Angeles Times added the film to their list of costliest box office flops of all time. Yeah, didn't make. It had a Rotten Tomato of 33%, and again, that was the Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins. Now,
Thriller Ali made a good. He just said something real. I think he said, "Why would you release a movie like this at this time? A movie like that you supposed to release around Halloween sometime." Yeah, you're right.
But exactly, Thriller Ali. And I'll answer that. I was told, because I used to be a movie aficionado or whatever. I was told, if a horror movie is not released around Halloween, it's not any good. That's what I was told. That, that's kind of how they gauge it. They say, hey, you know what? If you got a horror movie and it ain't releasing around Halloween or summertime, they don't believe in it, bro. But this.
Oh, so you think the studio?
Yeah, they knew.
They didn't like it, but they said, "Fuck, we spent the money. We still gonna put it out, but not during Halloween."
Yeah, because you gotta understand there might be other films coming out around Halloween this year, 2025, that'll just stomp the shit out of it.
It's a Marvel movie, ain't it? There's some Marvel movies coming out around that time.
Now, this Wolfman is still struggling.
Halloween.
Still here's what I don't understand. This is a Blumhouse production. Blumhouse usually does pretty fucking well, right?
Yes, they do.
They do well. This particular Wolfman, this budget was $25 million. Now, I would give pushback to the Anthony Hopkins Wolfman. Who the fuck spends $150 million on a horror film? You usually spend $150 million on a horror franchise, all together. But they spent it on a movie and nobody went to go fucking see it. Listen, people's taste for special effects and horror shit is dumbed down to the lowest it can possibly be. The B movie, low budget horror movie, them shits make good money, bro. Because people want to see that. They want to see, a girl titty pop out or something when they fall down and she gets her throat caught when they're in Lover's Lane or something like that. Like, that's the kind of stuff that people like to see horror film. They don't want you to go crazy, $150 million budget, and then now nobody goes and sees it, and then people are going to lose their jobs over this.
I think most of the money went to, because remember, they had a lot of good actors. The dude that played Wolfman, what's his name? I forgot his name.
Anthony Hopkins.
He's a good actor.
No,
the young dude. His son.
Okay. So here's the deal. It was Benicio del Toro. He was in there. And Emily Blunt and Hugo Weaving, freaking Mr. Smith.
Hugo. From Lord of the Rings. So
also from The Matrix.
That's probably where most of the money went.
And Danny Elfman did the score for it.
Yeah.
So, wow, Universal Pictures did that one. Woo, that hurt. My God. Yeah, that's why we didn't get another Back to the Future ride. That shit there was. Now, this one here. This is under Universal Pictures again. They just can't help themselves.
I think they own the monster.
Yeah, the monster. Yep, 100%. Yeah. My nigga. Yes, sir. Big Money's right. They own the monster. They had a monster collection. Like after you ride the Mummy ride at Universal Studios in Florida, after you ride it, you come down there, they're selling all Wolfman stuff, the Mummy, all kinds of stuff. Wolfman, Mummy. What's the other one? It's part of that MonsterVerse. Tom Cruise was supposed to start it with Frankenstein. Yes. Now remember with that, they were trying to start a MonsterVerse with Tom Cruise. It was gonna have a connected universe, but Tom Cruise's Mummy flopped, and they decided not to go and do it. They decided. They told this nigga stick to Mission Impossible, bro. But to get back to the top 10, Sonic at 4, Moana at 2. I believe she hit $1 billion. And yep, she did 1.011 billion. So yep, she's in $1 billion club.
Don't they supposed to be doing a real life off of that? Real life movie?
Yes, and it won't do numbers like that.
Did you see they had a picture of The Rock in that suit?
Yeah, he's wearing he's wearing like a suit. I'm like, that's just gonna be bad, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. You see, it's gonna be bad. Number 6, Den of Thieves, Pantera, which is now at $32 million. I believe that made more than the first Den of Thieves, because we were looking at the first Den of Thieves and that didn't do too well. Let's see, the first Den of Thieves made. No. The first Den of Thieves made $80 million. $80 million, $30 million budget. This one is lagging a little behind. The second one, I mean, hey, listen, 50 not in there. It's a little different, man. They just got Cube's fat son in there now, so it's not that cast for the first one. That cast was awesome, bro. That we'll get into that. Matter of fact, let's go into that. So we got you your box office. Your weekend box office, we got that taken care of. So let's go into Den of Thieves. And the reason why we're going into Den of Thieves is because I had never saw this movie before. And then now they got a part 2 coming out. I saw 50 Cent was in it, and I'm like, another rapper in there trying to act. I don't know. So I kind of like stepped off. I didn't really go and check it out. But after checking it out, it's a good movie. Now, to me, I don't know if any of you guys have seen The Usual Suspects.
No.
Okay, so you didn't see what Big Money. Did you see The Usual Suspects with Ty that man?
Of course.
Okay. Now I thought Den of Thieves, the first one, was kind of inspired by The Usual Suspects. Where they was like,
see that.
Yeah, you see where they were like putting everybody together, saying like, oh, this is the dude here, he's the leader, blah 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 blah, and come to find out what? He wasn't. The real dude was the dude that they slept on. Like, remember the Gimp? He's walking around with his foot. Hey, Danny, he's my friend. This and that. He would act like he was like he was a Gimp or whatever, but he really wasn't. And that's how Donnie was. Donnie looked like he was just a driver, where actually he was the driving force, because they showed it. He went through Merriman and everything saying, look, I got these plans. And he's like, why are you coming to me with it? He's like, because I know you guys don't play around. And I know that, you can get the job done. But to me, when I knew the jig was up? When they dumped the money bags, the black bags, near the end. Yeah. And I remember it was the white guy took the money. And then when I seen they took the money from the other dude's truck, I said, oh, shit. I said, yo, the money ain't in that SUV that they got. It's not there. Yeah, that's when I kind of like, oh, he switched. I was like, that's not. And they gave the head nod to each other. And those are the same dudes that were all in the other bar across the street, the new bar that he went to. They were all in there with him at the end. Because remember, they had that picture when he was on the lacrosse team. And all of them people was in there. And all the dudes that worked at the Los Angeles Savings Bank or whatever it was, they all came in there. And remember when the guy, he said, put it on my tab, he used his to get in when he had the delivery suit on, delivering from the Chinese place. He used that ID badge to get in, not the visitor one. Because remember, the visitor one ain't gonna work because it's only for when you deliver that time. But he was just still wearing it. But he used that agent that worked there. He used his badge to get in there. And that nasty big girl ate that old ass Chinese food that he had left up there in the bathroom. Yo, that shit was crazy, bro. I was like, yo, she did not eat that food, yo. But yeah, man, it was it was a good movie, bro. I honestly, I didn't stop it. I didn't say, well, I'll finish it later. I really enjoyed the movie. I haven't watched a movie like that in a while. It's like one of those heist movies.
Rick, when I first watched it, bro, I was like, wait a minute, this motherfucker good.
Yeah,
God damn.
bro, it was good.
Bro, then at the end, I'm like, oh, hell no. I was like, oh, I just stood up and clapped like, oh my God, yes. This is a good movie.
Yeah,
that was a good movie, bro.
That was a hell of a movie, bro. Hell of a movie.
I don't know how part 2 is. I haven't went to see it.
Well, I don't think it's any good, to be honest with you, because I it's kind of hard to pull off something like that again. So
you think it won't be a part 3, huh?
Nah, the receipts say something different, bro. I'm looking at the receipts for what the first one. The first one made $80 million. This second one here, it ain't close to that. It's hold on. Listen. If we can go back for a second, the second one is only at 32 million. That's only 32. That's not even half of what the other one did, and it's gonna start losing theaters. So it's gonna start losing theaters because new stuff's gonna come out. So unfortunately, I don't. Now listen. The first one cost $30 million to make. How much does the second one cost? Because that lets you know. The second one cost, oh my God,
what?
$40 million. The second one cost.
Oh, wait a minute.
It cost more.
Yeah, it went that far apart when we did this last week.
Yeah, it cost. So the second one, not only did it cost more, it's making less.
Yeah.
Man. Oh well. Look at the man. I hate that when I have.
And don't you know how sometimes when that happens, like when the movie come out, it be so good, and then the second one just disappoints the fuck out of you.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell?
The Exorcist, the second Exorcist was trash.
Oh God.
Yeah, that should have never been made.
God.
Second Exorcist.
The only time I've seen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The only time I've seen a movie and the second one was like, what the fuck, was Empire Strikes Back. When
the best sequel in history, nigga. The best sequel in history is The Empire Strikes Back. That is the best sequel.
That was like,
big money, 100%. I was about to say it. We both said it at the same time. When you said it, it's Empire Strikes Back. That's the best sequel ever. It's Empire Strikes Back. Willie Styles is here. What is good? Man, I ain't seen Willie Styles all year. What's good, Willie Styles?
Yeah. And that's just like with Friday. Friday was so fun. I didn't think the second one had the same impact as it had.
But it wasn't bad. It was still funny. Mike Epps is funny,
it didn't have the same hit like the first one.
Yeah, it didn't. Some sequels shouldn't be made, and it looks like I didn't see it, so I won't judge it yet. So this Den of Thieves, I don't know.
Can I? You know what? Can I ask you a question? Can you do this for me right quick? Do anybody know how much Ice Cube, how much Friday cost? Do anybody know that? Can you look that up for me right quick?
I know it was less. I know it was less than I think it was like $2 million. Let me see.
Yeah, it wasn't that much money.
It was like $2 million. $3.5 million. $3.5 million. Yep.
And what did it make?
27.4. Bing, bing, bing. That shit's crazy, bro. It almost made 10 times its fucking budget. So that right there is a win. What the second one do? Let's see here. Let's see. So we're gonna go Friday. What is next Friday? So next Friday, $11 million, made 59.8. Another W. Holy shit. Yeah, Cube. I didn't know that. Yeah, Cube's cooking with grease right now. So then the next one, Friday After Next, which I didn't like that one that much. I don't know why, but
it wasn't that funny.
But Friday After Next cost $10 million, and it made 33. See, it made a lot less than the second one. Yeah. So the third one, it still made a profit. But
it has some funny parts in it, though. You're right. Because the only part I really liked about it was with Cat Williams and what's her name? That's the only part I like with Cat Williams. So
Yeah, I'm a pimp. And he little as hell there. And then he told the old lady she had some wolf pussy.
Yeah, that made Cat Williams' career after that movie. He blew up after that.
Yeah, he did.
Cat blew up after that.
Yeah, because let's be honest, when he was a comic at first and when he was Cat in the Hat, I wasn't really feeling him. To be honest with you, I
wasn't either.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling Cat when he was doing that. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't really feeling Chappelle, on some of his early work either. You know, I wasn't too like even when he did like Chappelle's Block Party, I started feeling Chappelle more like when he got his own like show and shit. You know, Chappelle show. Shout out, Ozzy! Ozzy is here! Whoa! Going off the rails on the crazy train. So my man Ozzy is here. That's right. Ozzy is like 6 hours ahead. Ozzy, what are you doing up, man? You must not gotta go. What, do they celebrate Martin Luther King over in Europe? I doubt it. But you know, what are you doing up over there, Ozzy? Oh man.
Yeah, Mac. I'm glad to see Jamie back working too, bro. Yeah, I'm glad to see them back.
Yeah, but didn't Brody say that he was a clone? Yo,
yeah, that's crazy.
Well, we would say he's a clone. So anyway, I Den of Thieves, the first one, I gave that shit an 8, bro. What'd you give it, Big Money?
A 9.
A 9?
That shit was
okay.
Yeah, it was
okay.
It had me, bro. That whole movie had me like I said. I didn't see that at the theater. I was just at home. I was going through. You know how you just be. You didn't seen everything because I seen. Then I seen that. I was like, who this? I said, that's Ice Cube son. Let me look at this.
Looks just like you, just like you, bro. That shit's crazy. He looks
45 minutes. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, hold on. This is a good movie.
Facts.
Yeah, that movie is good.
Briario's being messy right now. He said 50 Cent still getting more parts than Denzel. Oh man. Man, yeah, Briario's getting messy. He getting messy. Easy, Briarios, easy.
That movie, you know what that movie remind me of? The movie remind me of like a Pulp Fiction where the actors themselves just make the movie. Like a lot of movies I like to look at is with action in it. Like people swinging from ropes and Star Wars type shit. But that movie just listening, it was just all about dialogue.
Yeah, like Friday was.
But it had a great plot. Den of Thieves had a great plot. Great plot.
Now, what did you rate the movie, Levon?
It was pretty much like an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think Ty had a chance to watch it. His Cinemax wasn't working.
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I didn't even know where it was at. I looked on Netflix, so I didn't see it.
Yeah, buddy.
There he is. Pastor Joe. He said, yeah, buddy. Hey, good. Hey, nice video, Pastor Joe. He had like 3,000 views like the first 2 hours. Good stuff, brother.
Yeah.
That video is going crazy, man. I don't know what's going on with that video, man.
I don't know. Yeah, like he had like 3,000 views the first hour. I was like, dang.
What's going on there, man? I think I got like 30 subscribers. Something.
Nice. Yeah, I'm finna go. So I know I'm about to call the people on his ass since he got that many. Since y'all want to be all in talking all that, I'm gonna call on his ass.
He did, bro.
I'm gonna say he got some appropriate shit on there. You got some appropriate shit on there.
No. I was waiting for you on the next. We were having a wonderful discussion across there with Islam.
Man, listen. I was hoping you got up in there. Did you ever find out what was going on?
Yeah. What Z said is that particular channel that we were on was restricted for voice for some persons because normally when they're playing games, persons will come shouting. So he cut the voice off. So when he put me to a different channel, you guys hear him. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
yeah, because I was just trying to say, like, damn, like I when you came in, I'm like, damn, did you? Because he was over there trying to get in for like an hour because we was having a great discussion about religion, and you know how Z is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that was Den of Thieves. Now. Levon, you have some Shang Chi news here?
I do. I do. Hold up. What is this? What is the severance ad? Get out. Anyways, let's talk about Shang-Chi 2, T's promised MCU sequel we've been waiting for. fans of Shang-Chi have been left wondering what's happening with the character, seeing as we have not seen him since his Marvel debut back in 2021.
Yeah,
He'll be back sometime in 2026.
Jesus Christ. It's still taking forever. What did he get, COVID?
Yeah.
What the hell happened to him? But hey, I gotta say, for those who didn't see it, Shang-Chi was a good movie. Good action. It had, as a matter of fact, I like the way that it tied all the Asian dudes in the MCU together. Like, they were literally all in there. Big man from the Doctor Strange.
I think me and you probably disagreed about a movie.
Eh?
I think this might be the first time. Yeah.
You didn't like it, huh?
I didn't like it at all. No, sir. Mm-mm.
Now, do you think it was a lot of emptiness and plot? Is that why it was basically, it was a lot of, smoke and mirrors action, but it didn't really give you the just desserts of the plot? I mean, there was a lot of plot holes in the movie. There was. But I think that I myself liked it because it was a breath of fresh air, because to me, the MCU was struggling a lot at that time. And
yeah, I think it was I was looking for of a Jackie Chan type action, and the only scene that I really liked was when they were fighting on the bus. Every fight scene after that, it just seemed dull to me. So
one of the things I liked, and it has nothing to do with this movie, was in Deadpool Wolverine. And then he told Hugh Jackman, he said, "Hey, welcome to the MCU. You kind of came at a bad time right now because this shit is doing bad with this woke shit." And I'm like, you know what? Because he breaks the fourth wall, that shit to me is funny as hell. He said, "Hey, Hugh," he said, "Hey, welcome to the MCU. You kind of here at a bad time right now." And it is. But that being said, I think Deadpool Wolverine kind of shifted the gears back to the MCU being something that that we were, all of us, ever since probably the first Iron Man, because of the cameo that Samuel L. Jackson made at the end when he was Nick Fury, we all was like, "Oh man, this is awesome." And we weren't really let down. To me, the first time we really got let down in the MCU, we could look at Ed Norton's Hulk as not really being good, or we could look at Avengers Age of Ultron. Those to me were the only two movies that...
You didn't like Age of Ultron?
Nah, I didn't like Age of Ultron. I did not. Wow. I thought that was the second Avengers movie. I thought the first Avengers movie, my God, awesome. Totally awesome. But Age of Ultron and the stuff, I look at it differently because of who the director was and things that he did. And, I didn't like Age of Ultron. I did not. Wow. I think, listen, a lot of critics say it was the worst of the Avenger movies as well. Obviously, they'd say that, Infinity War and Endgame are the best ones, but I think Age of Ultron was it was a little different, But to me, I thought it's hard to say which MCU movies are good when you have a little they have pockets, right? Like, if you look at an island over there, the Guardians of the Galaxy, those are great movies. I don't have any problem with the three of those, right? But as far as the character that had the best standalone movies, besides Iron Man, was Captain America. Because...
You think so?
Absolutely. I think Winter Soldier and Civil War are like two of the better movies in the whole MCU. And Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 3 are probably the best like standalone superhero movies that they had. Now, the first Black Panther, loved it. Can't complain. I had no issues with the first Black Panther. I thought the first Black Panther is like a 9.5 out of 10. I ain't like Age of Ultron. Those Thor standalone movies are cans, bro. They will put you to sleep.
No. Not only one. The second one.
The Dark World. One? Yeah, but listen. The Dark World. But Ragnarok was kind of too Guardians of the Galaxy-ish to me.
Oh, come on.
I thought it was. I'm not saying it was bad, but I think James Gunn need to get royalties for that one too. Because that was a little bit, it was too much comedy in it, I mean, look, some things were funny when he was like, "Thor sad." He's like, "I'm not sad." stuff
hey,
like
bro, that was the best part. That's how Thor and Hulk interact. That's how they interact.
Did you know that they almost were going to give Thor and
Did you
Hulk
see
their own show?
Part when the Hulk started pouting like a kid?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that was genius. Like, bro,
yeah, it was.
Good,
it was good, Big. I'm not saying it's bad, but I thought it was a little too much of that. I thought that the whole thing where I don't know, they try to give Thor and Hulk their own series way back in the 80s with Lou Ferrigno and that other dude, long time ago, but it failed. It failed. Nobody liked it. They had to return to the Incredible Hulk and Thor. Nobody watched it, bro. They didn't like it, and that's why it got canceled. That was the time they had Hasselhoff playing freaking Nick Fury. Like, that was they did. Listen, Marvel has tried and tried and tried, and they have made a lot of failures, folks. But now, it finally hit with Iron Man. And you better thank Robert Downey Jr. for that. He's what got the MCU popping. He did. His portrayal of Iron Man, just like Big Money was saying, when his dialogue creates the character, it was his job doing Iron Man, which made the whole MCU what it is, as far as what Robert Downey Jr. did. What he did for it was awesome. He said Winter Soldier, Bucky versus Cap, Chef's Kiss. Yes, I love that. Now, what I like, and if this was a comic book, this would have never happened, where it took Bucky and Captain America to fight Iron Man. That was bullshit, that fight. He hit him with the repulsor ray, and he acted like he went like this. Like it was nothing to. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, bro, that was bullshit. I get it. It's Captain America's movie, so they had to make it be like that. But the fact that they was taking the shield and passing it to each other to beat up freaking Stark, that was crazy, bro. He was like, he ain't gonna stop. They was whooping Stark. But then Stark hits Captain America with the repulsor ray, and he acted like nothing happened. It's like he hit him with a goddamn stun gun. I was like, come on, man. Like, are you crazy?
So you agree with this Tony coming back to play Mr. Doom, Dr. Doom? Do you agree with that?
I can't disagree with it because everything he's did has been spectacular. Listen, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt, and there is no benefit in a doubt, right? I mean, that's just what it is. But here's what I will say for all you comic book fans out there, real ones, not people like Parker. Real comic book fans, Iron Man and War Machine would beat the shit out of the Winter Soldier and Captain America in real. If they had a death battle, there's no fucking comparison. War Machine and Iron Man. That's why when they had that little fight in Civil War, and they had War Machine and Iron Man, and then they had those. I'm like, wait a minute, they got War Machine, Iron Man, Black Panther, Spider-Man. It's not even a fight. What are we talking about here? Spider-Man and Iron Man alone. Oh, by the way, there's a Black Panther over there. Like, come on, man. Like that's kind of why I hated Captain America, because I get it. It's his movie. And that's me just not wanting to conform or bend the knee. It's his movie, so he should win. It's his movie. You know what I mean? He has to win. But, bro, let's be honest here. Those Civil War teams, Stark team was way better. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Bro, Spider-Man, freaking Black Panther. Come on, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't he have the Scarlet Witch too? Or which side was she on?
No, the Scarlet Witch was in there.
She was on Cap team.
She was on Cap. Okay, who had Vision? Tony had Vision. Tony had Vision, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I read the super chat. Trump back, bring back Jonathan Majors for.
Shout out to Mac City now. You know that's not gonna happen, Mac. That ain't gonna happen. Shout out to Mac, baby.
Hey, but bruh, like if we when we started with the Martin Luther King stuff, if we look at that situation, they gave him a raw deal. That was fucked up the way they did it. That was fucked up the way they did that to that boy. That boy did nothing to that beautiful white woman. But anyway, he didn't do nothing to her. He didn't do nothing to her. So I really think they They did that whole thing wrong. They really did.
Now, hold on.
Now his career fucked up.
Now, Thriller Ali, I'm not talking about Marvel Comics movies, period. I'm talking MCU. When I say MCU, I mean the MCU that started out with Iron Man, not going back to Blade, who popped it off with the comic book movie genre. We've been over that 3 or 4 times, and Parker, he didn't want to bend the knee to it. Parker was saying started the comic book things from going back. He didn't want to give credit to Parker didn't want to give credit to Blade. Yeah, he didn't want to give credit to Blade.
Yeah.
He didn't want to. And we were like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you? Why you don't want to give credit to Blade? But I don't know. He was tripping on that. He said, facts, Big Money. He lost his job because he snatched his phone. Oh, man. All right. So you had some Swamp Thing news too, huh, Levon?
I did.
You did?
I did.
All right. So what do you got there?
Logan director, something like that, says his Swamp Thing movie will be a simple, clean gothic horror that's not connected with the wider DCU.
Now, did you see, Levon, the original Swamp Thing?
I don't even know what that is, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's too young for that. Yeah, he's too young for that.
Bro, it was my man.
Yeah, I saw the original.
My man Alec. Yeah. Alec was in. He was he was professor, and then it blew up. He jumped into the swamp. Now he's a Swamp Thing. They cut his. How about when they cut his arms off and he used photosynthesis to reach up and grow another arm? Remember that? Remember that?
I can't remember that one.
Yeah. Now, if you also remember, the movie did show heavies. It did show heavies, so there were heavies in the movie. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Dark Lord Fusion is here. Yeah!
He's just this guy named Mangold or whatever. I'm just doing my own thing. It's just a standalone. I'm not interested in being handcuffed by so much lore at this point that's almost immovable. You can't please anybody.
Now, he says this, right? Here's the problem. If this Swamp Thing horror, keep in mind it's a horror movie, so it's going to be low budget. Swamp Thing, I guarantee you, if the movie takes off, they will find some way to fit his ass in the DCU. That's just what they do. You know, the same thing that they might have to do with this Penguin. They might have to force feed this Penguin into the DCU. Which I understand. Don't beat me up. I know it'll be weird because they won't have the Batman. But I think that this particular Penguin, I don't see how you leave him out. I just don't see how you leave him out. So we'll
they need to make that clear to their fans. If they do that, they need to make that shit clear to their fans. Don't just make him pop up in there and you don't tell us anything. You have to tell your fans, hey, we're going to make him, because people are going to be like, wait a minute, hold on, what the hell just happened? So that's all I'm saying. They have a very hard time explaining this shit to the fans. He's a real popular character in that universe. So I don't see why, I don't mind him coming up, but, you got to make sure this is going to be, you don't have some other Penguin pop up someplace else.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Make sure you tell your fans what you're trying to do.
100% Big Money. They have to. Because if you don't, then people are going to be, confused like they are when they watch The Matrix. So Thriller Ali said, Levon, a whippersnapper, not remembering Swamp Thing. Nah, he don't remember that. Now, Levon has been bringing the articles. He also has some Pattinson freaking news here too. Don't
this might
Levon.
be good news, bad news, depending on how you.
It's good. God dang it, it's good.
Okay, so Robert Pattinson confirmed not to be the DCU Batman.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Okay, but look. That's serious. That's what Rick. We just got through talking about that. You explain this shit. What's about to happen? What? Explain this shit.
Blame it all on Flash. Blame it all on Flash.
So, the person that will be directing Brave and the Bold, Robert Pattinson, is confirmed not to be playing Batman in the film or any other DCU offering.
Yes. So it says this confirms that the two continuities will remain separate, with Reeves' vision for the Batman and his own spin-off, flourishing away for more fans. So, wait a minute. So it says for the Batman and its own spin-offs, flourishing away from the more fantastical DC. Oh, so it's not going to be as gritty as the Batman. So yeah, you know what, Big Money? Maybe that Penguin wouldn't fit in the DCU.
That's why I said it. Make sure you tell your fans
he might
what's about to happen.
Yeah,
you don't want to do that with one character and not do that with all the characters.
You know who you can do that with, though? If you took Bane from the Dark Knight trilogy and put him in, I think he fits either way. But
yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, now you got to give him a better suit, though. You got to give him the Venom. He calls it. What is it? That's what he calls it, right? Doesn't he call it Venom? His steroid stuff that he uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to give him a suit with that in there. Other than that,
don't lose the voice though.
No, the voice is yes, the voice. Gotta keep the voice. Gratefully accepted.
Keep that voice.
We will need it. Well, and so if you do the voice, that means Tom Hardy's gonna get paid because that was his portrayal. Well, Tom Hardy might not get paid, but definitely buddy that did the Tenet and what's his name? The director. What was his name here? How can we forget him?
What, for that Batman?
Yeah, the Batman trilogy.
I forgot his name. Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan. Christopher Nolan. That's it.
Yeah, Christopher
He
Nolan.
said James Gunn's Green Lantern looks like Willy Wonka. Jesus. Oh man, Thriller Ali kicked him in the nuts. He kicked him in the nuts. My man said, "Oh, brutal."
So give me. Let me ask you this, Rick. They come out with the Christopher Patton Batman, the second one. That, I mean, it just blows people away. People are loving him as Batman. Then hold on, let me get done. And then the Batman comes for the new Batman, and people hate that Batman.
Then
people just like, no, we don't want him.
Right, you know what?
It was a terrible movie.
You pick up the phone and call Affleck. That's what you do. You don't bring that guy. You pick up the phone and call. First of all, you call up J-Lo and ask her, is it all right for Ben to play Batman again?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you know, that's what you have to do. Because we Pattinson will not be in just James Gunn universe. God, no. Please.
Whose background is that?
Oh, I thought it was you.
That was my son. He grabbed this thing. That's why I muted my mic.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah. Oh, little Tybee whooping his ass. So anyway, I have an article. Now, check this out. My article says, rumor, Hugh Jackman plans to remain the MCU's Wolverine for at least another decade, including for new trilogy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
How about that? I told you it comes down to money, folks.
How old is Hugh Jackman right now?
Oh, he's got to be in his
60s.
He's got to be in his 60s. He's got to be.
No, not his 60s.
Yeah, he have to be coming up to his 60s.
He's 56 years old.
Yeah, That's
that's because Big Money is 56 years old. So of course, that's what Big Money is gonna say. He's not old.
I'm not 56, by your way. I'm 53, brother.
Oh man! So first of all, man, listen, Hugh Jackman's gonna play Wolverine forever, bro. They have too much CGI and stuff. It doesn't matter. He's gonna be back. Listen, if they got Ian McKellen playing Magneto, when he was as old as he was, like, come on, bro.
Look, come on, Magneto wasn't doing nothing. He was just moving his hands around. That's all.
Where's the mutant now?
Hey, you know what? Listen, I had a story from Eddie Murphy, right? Eddie Murphy said, remember he did Beverly Hills Cops, Axel Foley?
Yeah.
He said, and the director said, man, I want you to run down these stairs, jump over there. And he said, man, this ain't the first Beverly Hills. He said, I'm 60-something. Y'all can't do that shit no more. Like, bro, just certain, like, come on. You get a certain age, you be like, come on, bro, we can't ask him. That's the same thing what happened with Indiana Jones. I don't know why they tried to get Harrison Ford in there to do that crazy. He's too old for that. Yeah, he's too old. Now I don't think he's too old, Pastor. I just think 56. That's cutting it kind of close. Because look, this don't say for the next 2 years. What this say for the next 3 films? That's a good 10 years.
Yeah, but listen,
Somebody.
But hold on, but before y'all even go there, Tom Cruise is 62 and he's doing his own stunts.
That's different.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's different. He is a stunt man, though. He is an actual stunt man.
Well, he's an actor. He's an actor first. He became a stuntman because they couldn't find any 4'10" guys to fucking stand in for him.
Terrible. See, you say I hate tall. See, that's why I hate tall people. That's why I hate tall people. They always talking shit.
Bro, think about it. Any stuntman that they would get for Tom Cruise would have to come from like an elementary school because that's about the size of you, and you can't. There's no such thing as a stuntman under fucking 5 feet tall, and that's why he had to do his own stunts. There's nobody.
See, Rick, come on, bro. I am not with 60-year-old men doing this crazy stuff, man. Come on, bro. It's too much, man.
He's a little guy, you know. So Brianio says they make it Wolverine seem stronger than any mutant in the MCU. He would get killed by any X-Man, including he I don't know about Gambit. But I know Rogue can kill him.
Magneto.
Magneto. Well, hell, he already took his stuff in the cartoon. Magneto can kill him. Who else? You know what?
Professor X.
Oh yeah, he can kill it. I think Scott Summers can kill him too. He can blow his head off. If Magneto snatches his adamantium out of there and Scott Summers blows his head off with his optic blast.
That's two mutants. So they come out 1-on-1.
Well, even then, I think that if he hit him with the optic blast, it'll blow a hole in him.
He could regenerate fast.
Yeah, but okay, all right, I understand that. So what happens if he can regenerate fast, but Scott won't stop shooting the stuff out of his eye? He can't heal if that's still happening.
Well, then Scott's eyes will melt out because there's only so much, man.
Now, another thing too, you guys realize this. You know, you can drown Wolverine, right? It doesn't matter. Like you can drown him or put him in a vacuum and he can't breathe and he's gonna die. You know,
that will never happen.
I don't know.
That's too.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true. Do y'all remember when he got what movie was that? X-Men. When he went back into the past. Remember at the end, the Magneto threw him in the water. He was in the water for at least 4 or 5 hours before they picked him out of there. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that, but I mean, he can die.
It was X-Men. Damn, it wasn't First Class.
X-Men
it's the one with Wolverine.
Future Past.
Yeah, Future Past. He went back as younger Wolverine. He went back to his younger Wolverine. He saved somebody, and at the end, him and Magneto, young Magneto, had a fight. Magneto wrapped him up in all that iron, and then he pushed him out to the river, and he was in the river for like 4 or 5 hours before somebody picked him out of there.
That was like in the end of the movie.
Well, maybe
that was at the end of the movie.
He said, "Now, listen. I have a lot of guys that write on Reddit, and they're saying that he can be drowned. And these are comic book aficionados. They're like, yeah, you can drown him." Like, yeah, you know, I think. Think about it. But no, that wouldn't be something. Think about it. Drowning somebody has nothing to do with healing. Now, if he got AIDS or cancer or the clap,
oh my God,
I get it. You know, he can get rid of that. But you know, drowning is not healing. It's water in your lungs. You can't breathe. So what are you telling me? He's going to evolve and grow some gills or something? No, he can die from drowning.
Ricky, I don't know how they explain it, but I know he can survive by that. Now, the vacuum of space, I don't know. I don't know about the vacuum of space, but they showed it in the movies. He survived underwater for a very long time. Very long time.
Let's see here. Okay, in the X-Men movie, Wolverine's ability to survive underwater, even for extended periods, is explained by his powerful healing factor, which allows him a rapid regenerate from injuries, essentially negating the effects of being deprived of oxygen for a significant amount of time. This means even when submerged, his body can still repair any damage occurring at a cellular level, enabling him to stay underwater much longer than a normal human being. But you should still drown eventually. I mean, it's crazy. Lack of oxygen, like, bro, like, come on. That doesn't make any sense for me. Because it said, you're right, Days of Future Past. Wolverine is shown submerged underwater for a considerable time, and when he resurfaces, it's attributed to his hip. But bullshit, dude. No way. No, I'm sorry. I call bullshit on that one. He's a Wolverine. Now, listen, if he was fucking Aquaman, okay, I get it. But no. I'm sorry. This is where Captain goes wrong. Like, bro, he has a healing factor. Healing and breathing are two different things. Okay?
That's the same thing with... Oh, my fault.
Hold on, Big Money. Hold on. Remember when Jean Grey was burning his skin off and his skin kept healing? What's the difference?
The difference is that's his skin healing, not him breathing.
Yeah, but his lungs gonna keep healing. Because remember, the water gonna get pushed out, but eventually he will die from it. He's not gonna keep healing from it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was to say. You drop that motherfucker in the river for a week. I don't think he's making it.
No, you know what? That's what I used to say about Superman. Now, you know the Superman we grew up on, he can fly in outer space. Mm-hmm. But now...
In the cartoons, he had a suit. Remember Justice League cartoon? He had to put on a suit to breathe.
Yeah, when he left... The Christopher Reeve.
He just went out... Yeah, but let's be honest. Let's be honest here. In the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, Superman was carrying women in outer space and they were breathing. That shit was weird.
Well, I'm talking about just the movies.
I'm talking about the... I remember him carrying that girl to outer space when he was flying, holding her, and she was breathing.
Who?
Superman!
That wasn't outer space.
Yes, it was! Yes, he did. No, he took her out of space. I asked my mother, I said, Ma, how can he take her out of space? My mother said, well, I guess it's because he's holding her. I was like, what?
Ricky, that wasn't outer space.
It was.
Now, he might have took her to an altitude where, because you still can't breathe at a real high altitude. You can't breathe. But I don't think, I'm just saying the different similarities. Superman back then can breathe. Some Supermans can breathe in space. We need Parker here. Some Supermans can breathe in space, some can't.
Think about it, bro. When he had Lois Lane flying in the movie, bro, she shouldn't be able to breathe. Like, that was crazy.
We need Parker for this one.
Oh, man. But, yo, I'm just saying, whatever. That's what he had. Now, he said, no, he wasn't. He said, no, Dark Lord Future said, no, she wasn't in space.
That's what I'm trying to tell. She wasn't in space. Man, she was above the clouds, but she wasn't in space.
All right. Okay. All right, let's get it going here. We got a sort of Pattinson. We got the Hugh Jackman. All right, so this might be quick here.
This what we do, Thriller. This what we do, fam.
All right. I'm gonna push back the Hell's Paradise and the Parasite watching. We're gonna do those next Monday because I didn't get a chance to watch them. So if you don't mind, I want to push those back. But what I do want to do before we get out of here is watch the Superman teaser trailer. And we're going to see what looks good. We're going to say what looks bad. For those watching, watch what we're going to watch here. For those on the panel, click on your YouTube. Go in here and follow us as we watch this. And look, again, no cap. We're just going to call it like we see it. All right? I'm gonna call it now. So now. Okay. As we can see, this looks kind of like the North Pole. And Superman fell. Looks like he had a fight with freaking Ben Affleck's Batman right here. Because he's hurt. Now, I like the throwback to the boots. That toupee is awful. But that's a nice retro though. I like that. I like the fact that they're doing that.
Yeah. Well, it ain't worse than... I was about to say LeBron toupee, but I ain't gonna say that.
What, he had one in Space Jam?
No, yep. You didn't see that where the toupee fell off during the game?
No.
You didn't see that? Nigga. Nigga.
Oh shit.
And somebody told him like put it back on.
Wow. Now this is a nice. I like the guitar riff of the old school Superman theme. That's nice. Now, this one got the kids all excited here because they see Crypto.
Home. Take me home.
That's the ugliest Crypto I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's not a very nice looking dog. I like that Luthor though. He got that skull, bro. Look at that. He looked like Agent 47 a little bit.
Superman. He's a good actor too. That dude that's playing Luthor.
Oh man, they're throwing stuff at him. Now that's awful. Hold on a second. Hold up. Did you guys see? Look at that. Look at that Green Lantern.
What's up? Frozen?
What's up with that haircut? What is that?
I don't like the way Mr. Terrific looks.
Nah, me either. All right, thank God, folks. You know what? I gotta give it to him. And we're late at reviewing this, but you know what? At least there's something positive we can get out of this. I think there. I think that's
Rick.
That's
Frozen Magma asking you a question.
All right, Frozen Magma says, "Y'all think this will be better than the Man of Steel?" Well, I tell you what, Frozen Magma, thanks for being here, number one. Number two, as far as it being better than Man of Steel, I don't think we should ask, will it be? I think it has to be. I think if it's not better than Man of Steel, then the DCU is finished already before it even started. Because you got the Creature Commandos that started the DCU, and
I feel like I'm on Family Feud. I'm like, great answer.
Yeah. I think that the Creature Commandos, it started out like it looked like it was going to be a good animated series, and then it kind of tailed off a bit. You know, I don't know. That's tough. You know, you know, Man of Steel, despite it didn't have great big blockbuster success, but that was a decent Superman movie. But I think this has to be better. I told you guys last week, if this Superman movie doesn't do well, the DCU is finished. It's done. It's over. Yeah. This is the if it fails, then that's when Comcast picks up the phone and says, "We'll take it from here." They'll just they'll buy Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is having financial troubles right now. You know, so I think that in a perfect world, you know, maybe it's not a bad idea if Xfinity buys, Warner Brothers. I don't, you know, they will keep all their cable channels and stuff. You will probably integrate Peacock with Max, because that will be their streaming service. And it will help the parks. Definitely, you know, you'll get you got a Superman ride at Six Flags. Imagine if Universal owns the Superman property. They're going to get like an ultimate Superman. They'll get a Superman world at freaking Universal out down there in Florida and California. Yeah, if they own it, then I think, listen, if the Superman film does well, then I think James Gunn is going to do well with all the other movies he's going to be looking after. If it does bad, Jesus, they're done.
Yeah, Frozen Magma. I don't know if you were here last week, but Ricky we were going over how much money it took to make this new Superman game, and I forgot the number what Ricky said, but he also said, I think we all agreed on, if it doesn't make over 100 million that first weekend, because that first weekend box office,
gotta have it.
That's going to be critical.
Very critical.
That's going to be critical for this movie. And thank God we have a channel like this that goes over first week box office. Matter of fact, we go over every week. Monday, we do
every Monday
box office. So that first week for Superman is going
to be
critical. And you have to look at the other movies that's coming out around it.
It is. Yeah, now Frozen Magma, here's the problem that I see with it. It's coming out a week after Jurassic Park. The problem is, now listen, in a normal world, you might say, well, maybe that's not too bad. The problem is, if it's a good Jurassic Park movie and it's coming out the 2nd of July, that means it's going to own the 4th of July weekend. It's going to own the weekend after that because of word of mouth. And then when the 11th comes, Jurassic Park is going to be at about 300 million worldwide, while Superman is just getting started. And then, by the way, they have I Know What You Did last summer coming out the week after Superman, as well as a Smurf movie. Now, I don't listen. When brothers take their girls out on a date, they're going to see I Know What You Did last summer. They ain't finna go see no Superman, bro. Unless she's like a comic book head or something like that. But them kid movies, man, they take away. And then don't forget, the week after Superman, 2 weeks after Superman, the Fantastic Four drops. And you know the kind of steam that here, and again, if a if was a fifth, I get it. If my aunt had a you know what, she'll be my uncle. I get it. But every action has a reaction. If this Captain America that's coming out in about 3-4 weeks, if that does well, people are going to anticipate the Thunderbolts, right? And if that does decent, Fantastic Four is going to be on like a damn Christmas wish list that people will want to go see. Because why? It has Dr. Doom in it. Robert Downey Jr. is going to come out in that movie. I don't know how Superman I don't know how he survives that. That goddamn MCU is kryptonite to them DC movies, bro. They always beat the bricks off.
And don't be confused. See, this might confuse a lot of people, Ricky. We go over that first week, whatever Monday, the Monday after it comes out, whatever, and they might see it made 63 million in that first. A lot of people gonna think, oh, they're in first place. No. Just because they're in first place doesn't mean that movie. If they make that movie needs to make over 100 million.
Yes, plus, because it's going to be cut in half the next week. Yeah. Does DC only have one movie this year? That's it. It's just the Superman movie. Yeah, it's just him. It's just Superman, and it better be a good one, man. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all rooting for it. We want it to do good. I mean, bro, it's indicative for it to do good for our show. We need to have something good to talk about. We can't have it.
Maybe Parker might come that day. You might see some guy named Parker come to brag.
Yeah, he might come to brag. I mean, he's still. Listen, he's not gonna come up. Parker not gonna come around until Buffalo either gets eliminated or go to the Super Bowl. So he ain't gonna come around. Yeah. He's gonna be out for a while until that happens. But listen, we're rooting for DC. Look, Batman's my favorite character, as you can see from the background. Batman's my dude, and it makes no sense. If Superman does well, Batman does well. If Superman flops, Batman's been carrying the DC films for the last 25 years. I think 2005 was Batman. Fudge. 35 years. This poor man. It's 20 years. 20 years Batman has been carrying the DC films because Wonder Woman has underperformed. Aquaman was too inconsistent. Flash was a flop. I'm not gonna get on Blue Beetle too much because he's like a D character. Like, no, dude, he's a Teen Titan. Nobody cares. So I can't blame him.
Yeah, I think Batman is going to be like what 50 Cent said about Genuity. He said, "Man, I got tired of carrying them niggas on my back. My back hurt." So
yeah,
hopefully it comes out and do better. But I don't want people to think because they did 50 million, 60 million.
That's not good.
That's like really going. If it does 60 worldwide, they in trouble.
Woo, my God,
they in trouble.
60 worldwide, bro. 60 worldwide. That's Den of Thieves too. That's nothing.
Yeah,
that's nothing. That's nothing. It's just There is too much writing on this movie than I would want it to, but they put themselves in this position. This is, you know what? I hate to say it, folks, but this is kind of how people look at Microsoft. You know, they needed Starfield to do very well, and it did. It did. They needed Starfield to do well. Why? Because there was something out called Redfall that came before it. And, you know, Flash is DC's Redfall. And, you know, you need Superman to come out the gates heavy, bro. That Superman movie needs 150 million worldwide over the weekend. Because they're gonna lose half. They're gonna lose half every week. So if he's 150, right, he's gonna be 75 the next, and then he's gonna be 35 or 30 because freaking Fantastic Four is coming out. So he's got to open at 150. Not even 100 big money. He needs 150. He needs 150 because you know the budget's gonna be at least 100. I mean, at least 200 and change. So you want to get as close to that as you can. Now, do I think Superman's going to have the legs that Deadpool Wolverine had? Hell no. That Deadpool Wolverine was just, man. Now, Max City says he don't think it's a go. Flop Superman name should carry it. No, we've tried that already. We've tried. We did Batman versus Superman. We did Man of Steel. The movies didn't do very well. Justice League. Those didn't do well. Those movies all underperformed. Now, Frozen Magma says, what about TV shows? Don't they get... Yes, they get TV shows. They had Creature Commandos, an animated show. That kicked off James Gunn's universe. So now we got to see what's going to happen, you know, after that. Shout out to Frozen Magma for coming through. Shout out to Max City, Thriller Ali, Max City with the super chat. We appreciate that. Dark Lord Fusion for coming through. We shout out to my man, I believe Swordfish was here, Briarios was here, Willie Styles was here, Ozzy was here, Merkenstein was here, Phil Ali, and it was one more, brother, that I missed. Sorry that I missed you.
Is Frozen Magna, is he new or?
I think so. I don't, bro. We've been so.
He might be new to this channel, but
we remember we were we haven't been consistent the last 60 days or so. So that's yeah. So we got to get a little more consistent, bro. We have to do at least 2 shows a week. We have to. So that's what we're gonna do. So I want
because Magma, we do shows on Mondays, Fridays, and Sunday morning. We have a football show on Sunday morning.
Yeah, football's back this Sunday.
Appreciate if you come out and support us, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, football's back this Sunday because it's the AFC Championship. It's the NFC Championship games. So we got to do that. Yeah, so we're definitely doing a football show this Sunday. So I got to
Big Eagles.
Hey, listen, you know what? If you guys don't beat this team, Ty, that's an L upon maximum proportions here. You got to beat them. Oh my God! I mean, you guys should walk into the Super Bowl. Oh man, yes, that Daredevil does look hype. Yes, yes, it is.
I mean, they're not that terrible.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Frozen Magma. Yes, that Daredevil. Yeah, buddy. You know what?
I like that trailer.
Yes,
the trailer looked
good. My
man,
Fisk is my favorite character out of that, though. Fisk is, he's my favorite dude in there. But hey, it's 10:30.
Now that's that thing that we talked about. We got a good Fisk in the TV show. Should he expand to the movies?
Yes, you have to.
Yeah,
you have to. All right. Well, hey.
Remember who was the last Fisk?
Michael Clark Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah.
Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
He was an all right. He was all
right. He was a good Kingpin. He had the cigar. He had the voice. You know, he had the build for sure. Yeah, he had the build. Well, listen, I want to appreciate Big Money for coming through.
Somebody sound like they trying to get some nookie.
Heavies, Levon. Shout out to Pastor Joe.
Said, Stop it.
Shout out to Manhattan.
For next week.
Manhattan.
Run, family, run, family.
What's good, Manhattan? How you doing, brother?
I was looking at this game here. Okay.
Oh, the college football game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who winning, Manhattan?
Dark Lord Fusion says, great show, guys. Appreciate it, brother.
Ohio was winning early.
All right. Hey, listen, I got.
They still want. I mean, it's 31-15.
Oh, that game's over. So listen, I want to thank all of y'all that came through, all the panel, and we will see you guys this Friday. We're having Arcade Friday. Arcade's gonna be Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, this week Arcade's Friday, not on Saturday.
Oh, shut up, Pastor.
Yeah, Pastor's got some nice news, some nice videos for us, and hey, we will see you guys on Friday. We'll be live. Y'all have a good night.